Welcome to another episode of this show by me, Mike Laser. I am in the underground bunker of the CIA underneath the Denver airport. I just went to the Starbucks. The Starbucks under the Denver airport has a lot of specialty coffees and flavors that no civilian has ever heard of. It's what I use my clearance for most is to go down underneath the Denver airport, get my Starbucks, talk to the CIA interns who work at the Starbucks, taste the new flavors of beans that we get from slaves in Guatemala, and then I make this podcast. Today, what are we going to be talking about? So much to talk about. Kamala Harris chose her VP candidate, Tim Walz. What we know so far is that he used to have a cat named Afton, and it ran away. It ran away. He looked for it. He posted about it. He asked all of Minnesota to search for Afton. It's an orange cat. We all know orange cats live by their own rules, play by their own God. They're feisty, they're fierce, and he ran away. He probably now lives in the forest with a bunch of deer and tells them what to do. He's probably the deer's boss of the Minnesota forest. And so, what did Tim Walz do for his family when he gave up looking for Afton? He got a new cat named Honey, another orange cat, another noble cat, another beautiful cat named Honey. This is the kind of guy who will say, I will search high and low. I will fight to find my cat. But if it's futile, I'll pivot and I'll get a new cat for my family because I'm a cat guy. I love a cat guy. I love childless cat women, which is something that Trump and Vance do not. And that's what we need. That's what we need on the Democratic side. We need someone who will look for a cat, give up looking for a cat, and just buy a new cat and move on with his life. That's what we need. Cats, that's freedom. He allowed his cat to be free. He found a new cat that wanted a new home. To me, that's somebody who supports immigration. That's immigration right there. Somebody who says, hey, you can come across our border, but if you leave, you're on your own. But if you're here, welcome to the family. So I think he's pro-immigration. He's obviously a smart choice for Kamala Harris. We needed a straight white man as the VP. There's no doubt about that. She couldn't have gone with anyone except for a straight white man. And I know there was a lot of straight white men in the mix. One was named Shapiro. That was never going to happen. Not with Israel Palestine. Jeez Louise. There will never be a Jewish president. Mark my words. We will have a black president. We will have a female president. Yahweh is choking me because I'm speaking the truth. Oh, that's good underground airport Starbucks. Yum. Where were we? We'll never have a black president or a Jewish president. Never, never. The closest was Dukakis, and it's just never going to happen. Jews are not liked in America or most of the world. I've never been to Israel. I didn't go to Birthright. It felt like a trick to me. If you don't know what Birthright is, when you're between the ages of like young and a teen, you get a free trip to Israel. It feels real sneaky. Jews are a sneaky, sneaky, sneaky people. And I can say that because I'm sneaky and I'm Jewish. I didn't think that it was good to send me on a trip, a free trip. Nothing's free, especially from Jewish people. They always want something in return. There's always an angle, there's always leverage with our people. And the leverage of Birthright is you fall in love with Israel, you move there, you have sex with a woman who looks like your mom. She gives you a hand job next to the Great Wall. Not the Great Wall, what's it called? The wall where you put prayers into it. Or you could put your dick in it if maybe it's a glory wall. You can probably put your dick in it. You can probably put your dick in the Wailing Wall. The FYI, now I know that the Wailing Wall is not a glory hole. That's good news. That's something I learned, and that's something that I hope that you can take away from this and share with others. The Wailing Wall is not a glory hole. Good to know. But I didn't want to go to Birthright because it felt like propaganda. It felt like a trick. And then, like I said, you get a hand job from a young girl that looks like your mom and you fall in love with her. You start drinking at 18 and you never want to come back to America. You join their army, you reproduce, and next thing you know, you're stuck in Israel and now you're a part of the Palestinian conflict that should have ended 400 years ago, but will only get worse. It'll only get worse until civilization goes extinct or we all become robots, in which case things like land won't matter anymore because we'll all live underground being fed by fuel tubes We'll all be fed by fuel tubes in the underground. So we'll never have a Jewish president. And Shapiro, it was not his time to be VP. It is not a good time for Jews in our country. Anyone who votes for Trump probably hates Jews. Just going to call that out, or probably says it like this: Jews. That's probably how they say it. And with everything going on in the world, not a great time to be one, or vote for one, or run with one. So that was out for Shapiro. And I know there was another guy named Mark who was an astronaut. I mean, sure, I guess Pennsylvania really likes him, but honestly, Pennsylvania, nobody cares about Pennsylvania. Nobody cares about Pennsylvania. There's nothing fun about it. You might be like, oh, what about Hershey? What about the fact that there was a Hershey factory there and the air smells like chocolate? Yeah, well, you know what? The air everywhere smells like chocolate. Don't worry about it. We're all fat and we all love chocolate, but that's not enough to run on. I don't know what I'm saying. Pennsylvania is boring. It's boring. It's Amish people and it's too much land with not enough people on it. If you're going to go up there, you're going to New York, you're going to New Jersey, you're going to Maine to see where Stephen King wrote about. Nobody cares about Pennsylvania. It's 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 nothing. It could break off into the ocean and no one would be sad because we'd lose like 10 people. There's nothing there. So, but Minnesota, a lot of fun. We got a lot of fun accents. We got Fargo. We got a guy who likes cats, and he was a teacher, and he's an alcoholic. We love a comeback story. Anybody who got a DUI and is now sober, we love that story. We love a Dr. Phil story. We love an Oprah. We love a redemption arc, and that's what Tim Walz is. Tim Walz is. He's redemption. He lost a cat. He got another cat. He had a DUI. He got sober. Minnesota seems to love him. We love their accent. It's a great VP candidate. What do we know about JD Vance? We know he did a movie called Hillbilly Elegy. Nobody watched it. It was a bit of a flop. Now we're watching it again. It still kind of sucks. The acting was great, but none of the actors are promoting it because they're all scared, even though they're probably secret Republicans. And him and Trump, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the debates go, if they debate. And that's what's going on in Kamala Harris's Democratic HQ. What else is happening? What other things have come across my desk underneath the underground? Mr. Beast. A lot going on with Mr. Beast. A former employee dropped a scathing YouTube video. It's about 10 minutes long. It has 10 million views. It talks about all the cease and desists coming down Mr. Beast's pipeline. Excuse me, it talks about how all of his games where he keeps people in jail for money. I'll come back to that. They all have to sign these crazy contracts. The living conditions are terrible. They take away their underwear. They don't get their medicine on time. It's filthy. They don't eat. And because they sign these ironclad contracts, nothing you can do. We're going to make our money back. And you're treated basically like a prisoner. In response to this video, Mr. Beast tweeted out the words, "I don't care." And that was his response. And honestly, I respect the fuck out of that. I respect the fuck out of an "I don't care." Such a good answer. Look, he's going to do what he does. People are going to continue to live in cages on his behalf. It's beautiful. He's too big to fail. And if he starts retracting or apologizing or doing anything that Andrew Tate wouldn't, then he's going to lose. And in America, the moment you apologize, the moment you lose for some reason. If you just keep on track and you say, what of it? Yeah, so what? I'm a priest. Just move me to another church. So what? So what? You know what I mean? That's all you do. If you apologize in America, you lose. If you stick to your guns, literally, if they don't take away your guns, then you get to continue with your freedom. The moment you apologize, your guns are taken away and you can't stick to them anymore. And that's just the American way. So Mr. Beast said, "I don't care." Also, what I wanted to come back to with Mr. Beast, he is basically, and this is fact, we talk about this at the CIA, Mr. Beast is propaganda for the prison industrial complex. Let me say it again. Mr. Beast is propaganda for the prison industrial complex. He puts people in cages for an undisclosed amount of money. If you go out of your cage, you lose. If you stay in your cage, you win. It is obedience training. It is Pavlov's dog for what is coming down the pipeline in our future. When robots take all of our jobs and we can wear VR headsets and everything is delivered to us and we never have to leave our space, that's jail. We will busk for China on TikTok. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means we'll eat chicken tenders and rate them and say, I hope China lets me monetize this on TikTok. I hope they pick me to be able to busk for them. I'll play music. I'll do handstands. I'll run across the screen with my cat, pretending I'm in the quiet place. And if China deems me worthy, I can monetize that and make a bunch of money while I stay at home in my own prison cell of robotics and strangers and parasocial relationships. And Mr. Beast is propaganda for that. Isn't that exciting? We all live in a prison developed by people like Mr. Beast and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. Yay, salute to them. We love them. And we love the prison industrial complex that is being monetized for entertainment by the biggest YouTuber in the world. It's fantastic. He's the biggest star in the world. And all he does is say, hey, are you young? Are you old? Are you middle-aged? Get in a cage. And if you stay there, I'll give you money. If that isn't learning how to sit with a puppy dog, that's what it is, right? You're teaching a puppy dog how to sit with a treat, but in this case, the treat is dollar bills. Well, welcome to the club, baby, because that is what he does. And he said it. I don't care. How can you not care? We're never going to have health care. We're never going to own a home. You've heard it on other podcasts from people who were a part of the CIA. You're going to own nothing and love it, and it's going to be great. And because of that, basically all of us, like, healthcare is going to become a TV show. Dental work is going to become a TV show. One day there is going to be, from the producers of The Voice and American Idol comes So You Think You Can Dentist, and dentists are going to be celebrities, and celebrities are going to try dentistry, and it's going to be people like me and be like, hey, I got 5 cavities and my wisdom teeth. I need them removed because all my teeth are crunching forward and it's ruining my perfect smile, and I need that perfect smile so that I can sell whatever I'm selling on screens across the world. And Pink will say, hey, my time in the sun has set, but if I can be on one of these TV shows and do dentistry, now I'm back in the zeitgeist. So I'll lay there and they'll play a sob story about how my teeth are all fucked up, and then Pink will take a drill and be like, and then it'll be a panel of judges like Simon Cowell and Randy Jackson and Paula Abdul's third clone, and they'll say, we noticed that when you took out the wisdom teeth, Pink, you didn't plug the blood right away and it splattered across the room. That's going to be a 1/10 of a point deduction. Sorry, you actually don't win the grand prize of him not having to pay for his dentistry. So now he owes America $20,000. And Pink, you get a no-no. You get a wag of the finger like Stephen Colbert. No, Pink, you're eliminated, and now he's in debt. Look what you did to him. And I have like bloody gauze everywhere and a bib just covered in blood, and I can't talk, but I am crying. And then we cut from that to a commercial for Dawn detergent, and they're just dumping it out of helicopters as if it's on a forest fire, but instead of water, it's Dawn detergent being dropped into the ocean by helicopter and soaking up all of the oil from all of the tankers that have exploded and run onto land because the ocean is only that deep. And so now it's like Dawn detergent, dropping it from helicopters like water to soak up all the oil, killing our oceans that are only that deep. Buy it today. It's only $42.99 because of inflation. We love you, America, and we love you, Dawn. And then it cuts back to me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm a bloody mess, and Pink is hugging me saying, I'm so sorry. That'll probably be a TV show. So You Think You Can Dentist, and it'll be followed by America's Next Top Surgeon, which will be like an offshoot from the producers of So You Think You Can Dentist, where it'll be Hulk Hogan doing open heart surgery on a family of 6 who are all 300 pounds and shop at Walmart and only eat Reese's peanut butter cups because you can get it in cereal form, and you can get a big cup and you can mix it in with other things and dunk it in milk. So they drink milk and they eat Reese's in all of its various forms. And now they all need open heart surgery, and Hulk Hogan is going to try and save them all. And he's on a streak. on America's Next Top Surgeon, Hulk Hogan's on a streak, man. He has done a hip replacement. He has done Tommy John surgery. He is crushing America's Next Top Surgeon. And now, if he can get this family of six to all unclog their arteries and put stents in there, he might be our best. He might be America's Next Top Surgeon, and that would be an exciting show to see and sell a lot more Dawn. So those are the things that have come across the pipeline today. I hope you enjoyed the news, the real news, and we'll be back another time when I have more things to share from underneath the Denver airport. This has been Mike Laser for the CIA. Thank you. Like and subscribe. I'm busking for China.